What is going on, everyone? You're back again with another video. In today's video, we're going to be covering the championship and this whole tournament and everything. So let's just get right into this video. So starting off, Japan has beaten the United States 3-2 in the championship match. Honestly, really close game the whole time. Both teams had a ton of opportunities to score. Honestly, the United States had a lot of opportunities, I think almost every inning, and they kind of destroyed it every time. They literally could not hit with runners in scoring positions. So actually kind of crazy. Let's start off with this one in this top of the second. Trey Turner hits another home run to make the United States go up 1-0. This guy is absolutely insane. Like, I don't know what else to say about this guy. He's hit 5 home runs, in this tournament already. I think he's the most for home runs, I think, in the whole tournament. I know he's definitely most on US, but I think he's the most in the whole tournament at 5 home runs. So kind of crazy overall. I mean, he's been absolutely killing it. And, this kid's going to be so good on the Philadelphia Phillies. So, honestly, just can't wait for him to start playing over there. Because, personally, I think he's going to be literally, like, the best player on that team. So, we'll see, how Trey Turner does because the tournament's now over now. Let's going on to the bottom of the second, though. Obviously, Japan, they obviously got to bounce back. This is the team where they play really well fundamental baseball. And that's kind of what they do. So Maricata strikes back with a home run himself. He hits one, to right center field, absolutely destroys that ball. I think goes to the second deck to tie the game up at 1-1. So absolutely nuke from him. I mean, that ball was gone. You know what I'm saying? That ball was gone. And then Japan scores another run in that second inning as well. So they go up 2-1 at the second inning. So not really the best start from Kelly. I mean, he looked okay, but he was he's had tough. Aaron Loop had to come in. And then, that's how Lars Newbar got that second run. He got a little, it was like an infield, like almost hit, but they were able to get one out and then bases loaded, so they're able to score. So Japan goes up 2-1 on that one. So not really the best for them. And then we go to the fourth inning where, I mean, I don't know how many good things to say about this kid. I mean, this guy is disgusting. Akamoto homers again for the second time in this tournament. He goes to left center field. Absolute nuke from him. I mean, he's looked so good in this tournament. I mean, I would say his last couple of ABs, probably his last 10 ABs, have looked so well in this tournament. So he really was the clutch factor for this team Japan, and he looked definitely the best out of anyone in this tournament. So definitely looks solid. Then we go through the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th. Where really nothing happened, honestly. Honestly, I think the U.S. had a lot of opportunities to win. Like obviously they had first and second a couple times with no outs. They weren't able to really do anything, which kind of sucked. I mean, they didn't really have a shot to, take over because everyone was striking out. So nothing really happened in the next 3 frames as we go to the 8th. The 8th inning, Schwarber, I think, had a 10-pitch AB in this one, and he was able to homer on a fly ball to right center field. So absolutely really good from Schwarber. I mean, this Phillies lineup is going to be scary. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Then the lead gets cut in half, and then it's 3-2 Japan. So Schwarber, I mean, that ball was crushed. I mean, he literally hit, like, I think 6 foul balls to the right side, and then finally gets one over the plate to able to get that one out. So, I mean, overall, really good game. And then we go to the top of the 9th inning. I mean, Jeff McNeil walks, obviously. Mookie grounds into a double play. And then a shohei ohtani strikes out Mike Trout at the plate. So that was a really cool way to end, I think, the game and everything like that. Honestly, this tournament was really fun to watch. I mean, I agree with most people. I think it's got to be one of the most watched tournaments we've had. Yeah, like I was saying, I think this has got to be one of the most watched tournaments of the sport. I mean, we looked at the interactions on social media. They were really highlighted from every other sport, to be honest. And it's honestly just cool to see that, baseball's getting so much love. And as Mark DeRosa said, he said, sucks the loss, but at least the sport's growing or something like that. So, obviously the U.S. guys were kind of pissed, which makes sense. But he said as long as the sport's winning, that's really the only thing that matters, which I guess is kind of true. But Japan win their 3rd World Baseball Classic out of 5. So they're looking really solid overall. And honestly, this team is just really good. So let's go over to Wikipedia now. We can look at the standings now. These are the 5 tournaments we've had of this tournament. In general, Japan has won 3 of them. The United States has won 1, and the Dominican Republic has won 1. So obviously we can go down here and see the actual standings. So Japan's in first with obviously these 3. They've got second place twice, so they've always placed 3rd or better, which is kind of crazy. And then we obviously got the U.S., with a couple finishes. They won obviously the runner-up and then the 4th place, and then it kind of goes down from there. So we see Mexico getting their first one on the board on this like tournament bracket, I guess you could say. And then Cuba gets another 4th place right there. The United States gets 2nd, Japan gets 1st. So that's kind of the standings how it is right now. these tournaments. We'll see how it obviously goes. We still have that 2026 one coming up. We'll get more information about that hopefully, you know, over the next year. But yeah, I mean, this tournament's been absolutely insane, and you know, honestly, I loved every part of this tournament. Let's go back to this tournament real quick. Talk about some of the things I liked, some of the things I didn't like. Yeah, obviously, I didn't really like that 2 of the pools were in the U.S. I think one of them should have been like somewhere else. I think that would have been cool to have. But obviously, the travel, you know, all that stuff. But I mean, Pool A was chaos. I loved having it in the Chinese Taipei. It looked really sick. Obviously, they're gonna have to requalify, so don't even know if we're gonna have to, you know, be there again. Obviously, the Tokyo Dome was really cool with this group. You know, it was honestly a lot of fun. This was a more traditional group where, you know, a team went 4-0, 1-3. Across the board like that. Then we had Pool C, which was very fun to watch, between Mexico and the United States, Great Britain and Canada. And then obviously Pool D, which was honestly probably the craziest pool we've seen, with Dominican and Puerto Rico. So pretty cool overall. Here's the final bracket. So honestly, I still can't believe that Japan won. Mexico was 3 outs away from closing Japan out of this tournament, and Japan comes back, walks it off, and they win against the United States. So honestly, incredible run from them, and I cannot wait for the 2026 World Baseball Classic. And as you can see, this is their kind of the stats over here as it ends. So kind of crazy. This was their all-time 2023 lineup right here. So they had Salvador Perez, Yu Chang, Javi Baez, Yohan Moncada, Trey Turner, Randy Rosarena, Mike Trout, Yoshida, Ohtani for DH and pitching. And yeah, it was pretty impressive from Ohtani. And they have Miguel Roto, I think that's how you say his name, and then Patrick Sandoval. So pretty crazy overall from them. You can see some of the batting stuff, some of the pitching side stuff on different stats and everything like that. Most runs allowed. Shout out to Daniel Bart on that one. But yeah, so I mean, you can see some of the guys right here. Obviously Turner with the most home runs and all that good stuff. So honestly, just crazy. You can see the MVPs right here, and then Ohtani obviously of the tournament. So honestly, incredible tournament. I'm so excited for the next one. I mean, we can go to the next one. This is literally the only information we have about the next one, is what I'm about to show you guys. So go down here, we go to the 2026 one. So this is the only thing we really have, is just the teams that are in it. So that's all we really have, is the 16 teams, and then the 4 other ones that will come from the qualifiers, which we also don't know when that is. I imagine it'd be 2025. But this is kind of the only information we have right now. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. But if you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys enjoyed the tournament, make sure you let me know in the comment section below, because this has been crazy. Who did you guys think was gonna win? I personally thought the Dominican Republic was gonna win, and then that got shot down really quickly. So yeah, it was kind of unfortunate for me. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Go check out my other World Baseball Classic videos. We've been covering it the whole time, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everyone.